Well, now, guess what? Here with me on this board are actually 5 accounts that you must have by the age 35. Last time I made a video and I told you these are 4 or 5 accounts that you must have by the age 45. Now, before you even reach 45, which accounts should you have by age 35? Why 35? Why is it even intriguing? Why is it of an age of interest? Here in Kenya, because obviously I'm a Kenyan, I'm making this video from Kenya. Oh, for those who don't know, Kenya is an African country. And Africa is not a country, it's a continent. It's made up of over 40, or actually it's 54 countries. Now, and Kenya is on the east side of the continent. Anyway, for those who didn't know, okay? Now, the question is, why age 55? Here in Kenya, specifically, the moment you reach 35 years, guess what? You can even entrust you with the presidency. Can you just imagine that? Yeah, the moment you hit that 5 years, you can even vie for the presidency. You can go for it, all right? But now, the another thing interesting is that the moment you hit 35 years, you're no longer considered as a youth in Kenya. It's the young age of old. You're no longer considered as a, there are some of the privileges that you get as a Kenyan as a youth. For example, you get well, yeah, you get. Yeah, sure. Now, the question is, what exactly are you supposed to be having before you hit that age of 35? In simple terms, I'm telling you, before you get out of the youth age, for you not to regret, actually, I should have added that on the topic, for you not to regret, by the time now you hit 45, 50 and such. Have you ever heard or met somebody who was at 50 or 30 or say 40 and above, they say, oh my goodness, I really wish somebody can just take me back to my 25 years. I can do wonders. Joseph, I really wish I knew you some years ago. Because I usually see those kind of comments on the comment section. So before you hit 35 years, before you get off the youth age, there's some of the things that you're supposed to have them in terms of the account. Go ahead and hit that like button and make sure that you subscribe to this channel because I upload a video each and every day, and make sure that you leave me a comment on the comment section. Let's get on the board. The first account that you must have this account. This one called the CDS account, Central Depository System. Let me just say it slowly. Central Depository System. This is an account that you must have in Kenya for you to be able to buy shares or equities or stocks, depends with your English. So that is an account that you must have. Why should you have this account when you're young? Because when you're young, you can be able to go ahead and gauge on stocks or shares, equities or rates, index funds, ETFs, all those kind of things. In Kenya, you must have the CDS account. Why am I insisting on the same? Why? Because this helps you to get into the shares as early as you can. So by the time now you're hitting 40 years, this is not the time now you are rushing to buy shares and stocks. No, you're actually relaxing on the portfolio of the investment that you created. That is exact. And I gave a challenge. If you're a university student or you're about to finish your high school and what have you, the moment you get a hold of that idea of yours, meaning that you're legally you can invest by yourself without the look of the parents, obviously maybe by them guiding you in one way or the other, start buying shares. And can you imagine these guys with less than, imagine just $200, $2, you can actually get started on shares. You can buy shares for yourself, keep on accumulating, build that portfolio. By the time now you're hitting 30, forget about that 5, by the time now you're hitting 30, you've created a portfolio for the last 5, 6, 7 years, depends on when you started. All right, and that means that's a lot of money. Why? Because you're earning in two ways. There is capital gain and there is dividends. That way you actually go ahead and grow yourself to the next level, to a point where by the time now you're hitting 35. And by the time you're hitting that 5, probably, if you do believe in marriages and what have you, probably you're getting married. You have your kid or kids, or something of sort. Bills are becoming more and more. And at the same time, you're having more, streams of income are coming in. Therefore, you cannot struggle. That's what you're supposed to do. So by the time you hit that 5, for God's sake, you may forget everything that I would say from now, but don't forget to have the CDS account. And if you don't know how to open the CDS account, you can go ahead and grab my premium services. Grab that number of mine from the description of this specific video. I'm going to take you like 2-year-old kid, where I'm going to take you step by step on how you can open that CDS account, and you go ahead and purchase that shares of yours that you need. Let's go to the next step. The next step, or rather the next account that you need kind of mirrors that one, is the offshore stocks account. Yeah, you can buy shares. By the way, if you're a Kenyan, you can buy Tesla shares, you can buy those Google shares, you can buy those international companies out there in America or whatever the place you want, by virtue of you having that international account. It is very much possible. You can be able to invest on those international shares when you're still here in Africa and in Kenya. Because for one thing, you need to have is a stockbroker to help you facilitate. Whether you're in Kenya or outside Kenya or whatever the thing, you need to have a stockbroker for you to be able to get into the buying of shares, okay? Now, the question is, you need to have like offshore account that can facilitate you into buying. Because listen, for God's sake, we are in 21st century. This is 2024 making this video. Depends on when you're watching it, okay? And you're living in a global village. What does it mean? It means that you're supposed to be a candidate. You're supposed to be a global citizen who knows and understands everything. And a cough somewhere actually can spread. For example, coronavirus started in, I think, in Wuhan, in China, all the way it came to Kenya in a place called Kayole, a place that you get what I'm saying. So the thing is, you're supposed to be an individual who is a global citizen. If you realize that it's S&P 500 in US is doing better, you can actually get a hold of that specific thing. If you realize Coca-Cola shares are doing better, if you realize that you can be able to invest on Tesla, the Elon Musk company, if you realize, I mean, these are things that, my dear friends, you can be able to invest on this. The only shortcoming on this is that unless you invest on the purposes of what we call the capital gain, because capital gain, there is no tax. But when it comes to dividends, they tax you up to 30%. But 30% cannot deter you from investing. What does 30% mean? If you get like $100 as your interest on dividends, they take the $30, you're remaining with $70. Still a good deal if you ask me. Why? Because you find those shares, they actually grow exemplary. They actually so much, they are very stable, you know. Well, for now, when I'm making this video, probably in 2 or 3 years' time, you're going to be above them. Yes, so I believe. You know, everyone talks good about their country. You know, I love Kenya very much and I love continent of Africa. I also love you, if you didn't know that. Now, let's go to the next point. The next point, the other account that you need to have as an individual who is young is MMF. I mean, this one is the easiest. You can even open this immediately after watching this video. You just rush there and go open this amount. MMF. This one, again, you need like $1 or $2 or $3 for you to get started on MMF. Again, the sweet thing about money market fund account is that they earn you each and every day. The interest is actually compounded monthly. You know, it's payable monthly as well. And then actually what happens on this money market fund, you can withdraw your money anytime you want. You can deposit anytime you want. You know, it simply gives you the liquidity. You know, you have the liquidity with you and you can actually do wonders when it comes to this account. And this account is not a complicated process to open. And if you don't know anyhow or how to get started on this account, because I see some of you asking me on the comment section, hey Joseph, how do I open this money market fund account? I don't know nothing about it. Go ahead and grab that number of mine. I always tell you, for Kenyans, number equal kwa description of you see where it is written more, click that word more, then down there you're gonna get my number. That's where my number is. And then you shoot me a call or a text. Also, email is there. If you love talking with emails, you can grab that email, shoot me a text, and then I can be able to take you through how to actually all these accounts that I'm talking about here. There are things that I've invested on, and I can tell you, do this, do this, do this. This is how you go ahead, and this is how you invest. Don't just be a consumer of my videos just anyhow, and you just feel like you're here to be entertained, you know. Be an action oriented. Take an action, you know, take a step of investing. Do something about your life, you know. For God's sake, you see now the finance bill where we are now at least is a little bit friendly, but still we wanted it to be scrapped off, but it is what it is. So you have to do something as far as that thing is concerned. By the way, I'm going to make a video about the finance bill there very soon, and later I'm going to make that video the same. So the point is, which other account do you need to open? The next account that you need to open is the account called DAO CSD. DAO CSD, for those who are not Kenyans, obviously this is applicable to Kenyans. This is an account that you need. And you see what? It's not CDS, it's CSD. This is an account that you need for you to invest on the treasury bills and the treasury bonds of Kenyan governments. This is where you simply invest on the debt that is Kenya is issuing out there. Instead of you complaining all the time that, oh, Kenyan government is borrowing, you know, each and every time, you can take advantage of the same and also earn something out there. And by the way, in Kenya for now, I understand corrected, there is no any other investment that is giving far much better returns than the government of Kenya is giving you ups of 16%, some close to 17%, some a little bit back like a couple of months ago, they were giving at 18%. So it is actually an amazing area where you can actually put your cash and be earning something instead of having it idle in your bank. You're not supposed to do that. Come on, how many times, guys, will I tell you that? Don't put your money idle somewhere. Go ahead and put it in all these areas. And before I even tell you the last one that you're supposed to have, this one why I'm telling you by 35 you're supposed to have this account is because it's quite weird, and I'm not telling you that you failed, but maybe you didn't get the information before. But it's quite weird when you're rushing into gathering the information, when people have already gathered the information, they know everything, and there you are. It's the time now you're getting started and what have you. It is good to rush. It's good to get this information as early as you can. But the time now you're relaxing at your 40s, you somewhere, if somebody talks about treasury bills and yeah, I just got to those things back then. Someone talks about the index fund. I know everything about it. About the ETFs, I know. You know, about the share, the stocks, all those kind of things. It's good to when you immerse yourself with all this knowledge. And when you immerse yourself with all this knowledge, it does not only give you the leverage in terms of your cash, but it also gives you the experience. Because are you aware that, guys, we have some people who at their 50s actually get scammed? For example, have you ever even bothered to know what are cryptocurrencies so that you understand it in and out? So that if someone comes up from, from whatever the place they come, they're gonna show up from, they sneak up on you, and then they tell you, I don't know what, you can do this and start mining Bitcoin. You cannot mine Bitcoin. You need a lot of money for you to do the thing. So therefore, you'll be able to filter the unserious people, the jokers, the scammers, and those kind of things. So it's when you gather the information, you gather the knowledge, you invest, you understand it, and all those kind of things. That is exactly what you do. Last case regard, allow me to introduce the last one. That is circle. Circle is like that primary thing that most of the people, especially in Kenya, when you're getting started, that's what you pick to invest with or to invest on. Pick a thing, grow with it. Pick a circle. Maybe say you're employed somewhere. You realize that wherever you come from, there is a circle that is there. Get into that thing. Get the knowledge. Get the understanding. Provided you get into a circle that is legit, that does not have other some cornering here and there. Simply cornering in Kenya, it simply means like, those guys who are scamming here and there. No, you're not supposed to get into those kind of things. So it's always good to make sure that at least you get into a thing that can facilitate or help you or propagate you in terms of your financial growth to the next level. Guess what? Those are 5 accounts that you must have them by the time now you clock 30 years and above or 35 years and above. Okay? And these accounts will help you to make the good decisions and also help you to propagate your money. Guess what? I wanted this video to be like 15 minutes, but I just feel like I just want to stop it here so that at least you can grab as much as you can. And if you feel like there's an area that I need to clarify as much as I can, go ahead and shoot it in the comment section and I'm going to go and make that specific video. So far, so now, I want to take some what we call the some of your views, because I believe just like an iron sharpens another iron. What guys do you think I should change in one here or there? What topics did I cover and you feel like I didn't cover extensively? You would love me to go ahead and clarify and maybe make some more information about the same. Just tell me what do you think I should include in all those areas so that at least we can make this Good Joseph channel far much better and engaging, and also we grab as much as we can. So what is the suggestion on this? And by the way, don't forget to leave that comment on the comment section, and feel free to comment, because this is a free door that I've opened for us to have the conversation. For now, it's a goodbye. By the way, don't forget to go ahead and grab my number out there on the comment section, or rather on the description of this specific video. Also, you can grab my email. Let's do the business. For now, it's a goodbye. See you the next time.